Well, joining us now is Anthony Carter. He's a retired corporate executive for Johnson & Johnson, which I'm sure you've heard of, and the author of a new book called This I Know, Principles for a Life of Faith and Optimism from Loyola Press. Anthony, thanks so much for being with us today. How you doing?
I'm doing well. Thank you for having me.
Hi, Anthony.
Now, you and I talked beforehand, so I know this, but your book's foreword is written by a good friend and a very famous person, Denzel Washington. How did the two of you originally meet, and what has your friendship meant to you?
Great question. Well, we met years ago, I would say in 1973, on the campus of Fordham University, studying to be doctors. We took pre-med courses together. And so that's how our friendship began. We went through that process for a little bit, and then we took some alternative routes to where we are today.
Very interesting. It was very kind of him to write that forward for you. What a good guy. And a great actor.
I think so. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
You can balance it both. They'll come out equal.
So Anthony, in the book, you describe yourself, you call yourself orphaned, isolated, heartbroken little kid from the Bronx. Can you tell us about your upbringing and your Catholic faith?
Absolutely. I will tell you, first of all, that the reason for those occurrences was because our parents died when I was very young. My mother died first, I think I was about 6 years old, and my father died the next year, I was 7 years old, and left 10 children, all scattered except the 3 or 4 older ones into different places. I lived with my godmother in the same block, same tenement building, and others went to Brooklyn to some aunts. One went to Philadelphia, one went to Harlem. So that's what we had to deal with that early part of our lives.
I was just in the Bronx last Sunday, which is, just such a huge place. But you talk about your Jesuit education at Fordham University in the book. How did that form you? How did that change and shape you?
Well, in many ways, it was supplemented. Jesuits mean a lot to me. I started out with Maryknoll nuns in elementary school, and then Christian Brothers in high school. And then it kind of all came together, learning all that when I met and studied under Jesuit priests. And I learned one thing that has been significant in my life since then and now is at the center of everything, we can find God. We just have to look.
And this it's true. I have to say to you that I will never put on a Band-Aid again without thinking of Anthony P. Carter. Let me just say that. Should throw that out there. What advice do you have for professionals, especially, so that they can more effectively integrate their Catholic faith into their role as leaders or managers?
So interestingly, Bishop Reed, I've learned more about people's faith, those with whom I worked, once I retired, or sort of outside the construct of a corporation. Not to shine negative light on a corporation, but it's about the business of moving products forward. And oftentimes you don't see yourself locked in a conference room saying a prayer. We squeeze that in sometimes. We've had some deeply faithful people, and we also had people who believe that we were all directed by a power, and that power was God. And it wasn't just Catholic. It was people from all backgrounds, evangelists, Jewish, you name it, Protestant, right? A lot of people started thinking about, what really drives us. And I believe that, but it wasn't as mature as it is now because I was being more protective of my faith. I think if we do start to pray a little bit more in corporate America, it will relax some of the tension at times. It will make us feel more centered, I think.
Very wise.
You talk about optimism too, Anthony. Why is optimism so important?
Well, when the road has a lot of stop signs and even lights, you have to pause. And sometimes in that pause, and I'm kind of aligning this to life, we sometimes have to pause and think and look down the road, not even knowing what's there oftentimes. I didn't know my parents were going to be passed away, or I like to always say, taken up to God. I didn't know our brothers and sisters will be separated. I did not know that I will have these opportunities to work in environments where I can grow, learn, and teach that to others. And so for me, with all the things that have happened, there was still light. And I look for that light. And I hope with the whole mention around optimism or the theme of that will allow people to say, there's some dark roads ahead. There's some areas that I don't know how I'm going to get over. But I think sometimes you just close your eyes, say a prayer, move forward. You'd be surprised at the realizations of things that will occur.
Now, I think it's fair to say that the two of us sitting here in the living room with you, we're looking forward to retirement. So we want to know, what's it like, especially your daily prayer? What does that look like in retirement?
Well, I do pray a lot, and I got it from my pastor in New Jersey, who's a Jesuit. Lord, help me to know what you want, to want what you want, and to do what you want. Wendy and I pray every night, actually, together before we say our prayers separately. We pray together every night with a prayer group that we do not see, which was started by Denzel and his wife, Paulette. And it was during COVID when we could not see each other. We weren't on the phone, but it was more or less a virtual prayer group. And that continues today. And so we talk about and pray for those who are sick. We pray for those who we can help. We pray for the strength of our parish. We pray for all these things that kind of come through our day. So that's how I keep aligned with my faith every day.
Anthony, when people have finished your book, what do you want them to walk away with?
Jay, I think Bishop Reed mentioned, I want people to walk away with faith and optimism. It doesn't have to be a crown jewel, but I think it's very important for us. I think it's important for us to realize that, hope is alive. And I'll take that right from Jesse Jackson used to say, keep hope alive. And I think, with the Ignatian Solidarity Network, they do a daily sort of reading. And what they're asking for is basically a sort of focus on stubborn hope. Where we're going with this hope, and how do we immerse ourselves in that so this could be a better place. Sounds idealistic, but I think it's really a real thing to think about.
I'd ask you for one favor, Anthony. We have a powerful prayer community who watch Catholic TV, and we have prayer boxes. One's right behind Bishop Reed. If you could just add them to your prayers, and the next time you get together with your prayer group, I'd appreciate it.
Absolutely, Jay. Would love to do that.
We're going to do a book giveaway at the end of the show, but in the meantime, where can people order This I Know?
Well, from all the book platforms, including Loyola Press, you have Barnes & Noble, you have Google Books, Target Books, you have a lot of different platforms, the normal ones that you can get, Amazon, for example. So they are available online. The release date was last week, so they're out there for your grabbing.
Well, Anthony, it has been a pleasure. Thank you so much for joining us today, and enjoy, I guess, the weather down in Florida.
Well, thank you so much. God bless. Appreciate
Thanks,
it.
Anthony.
Thank
God
you.
bless you, too.
Thank you.
Thank you. Take care.